We have some big news here on the issue of healthcare. The Washington Post reports more than 2,000 physicians announced their support Thursday for a single-payer national healthcare system, unveiling a proposal drafted by doctors that appears to resonate with Bernie Sanders' call for Medicare for all. In an editorial and paper published in the American Journal of Public Health on Thursday, the doctors call out the persistent shortcomings of the current healthcare system. They warn about the risks of continuing along the path laid out by the Affordable Care Act. They say down this road, millions of Americans remain uninsured, underinsurance grows, costs rise, and inefficiency and the search for profits are abetted. So, I have to tell you, some people are surprised by this. They say, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it." But if you've been familiar with this issue for a longer time, then you'd understand. Duh. You file this under www.duh.org because every other modern nation has a system like this. Like, what makes us think we're above the rules? Like, obviously, we get to do a shittier, more primitive system and pretend like we're number one in the process. That's what we do. Yeah, but it would just require a minimal amount of research and understanding of economics and government to go, oh, yeah, so that system works better. Guys, when it comes to healthcare, it's just a matter of funding. How are you going to do the funding? Are you going to do it in a private system or are you going to do it in a public system? Single payer just means the government is the single payer. They are the insurer for healthcare. That's it. And remember, in the private system, the system we have right now, this capitalist system, you have insurance companies that are nothing but a predatory, cash-sucking, for-profit middleman that are unnecessary. It is unnecessary. And think about how it works. You know you're getting fucked. Even if you know nothing about the system, you know you're getting fucked. So you have to pay X amount per month, whatever the fuck it is, for your premiums. And then when something happens, what do they say to you? Oh, that's great. So, all right, we're going to pay for some of it, but first you got to file a claim. And then also your deductible is whatever it is, $1,000. I mean, think about that. So you're paying probably hundreds of dollars a month. And then when something happens, they go, great, you pay for the first $1,000. Why the fuck have I been paying you if I'm going to pay the first $1,000? Then give me back the money I fucking paid you. What kind of bullshit is this? And then also, like, you file a claim. It's cool. Right. So, like, you're laying in a hospital bed and you're fucking half unconscious and your leg's falling off. And you're like, okay, where's the paperwork? Let's see. Writing shit or somebody you know's got to do it for you. What a preposterous system. You know how it should work? Sick help. I think that's from John Q, the Denzel movie. Sick help. Sick help. That's what you should get when you're sick. And you shouldn't have to worry about it, man. We spend trillions of dollars. We spent $7 trillion on the war in Iraq. $7 trillion. We can't fucking not invade random countries and kill random civilians and reallocate that money so that when your spleen's falling out your ass, you get help and you don't have to go bankrupt? You do know the number one cause of bankruptcy in America is medical bills, right? You do know that in the U.S., 45,000 people die every single year because they don't have access to basic medical care, right? It's a national embarrassment. The world looks at us on this and they're like, are you serious? There are people who, they come from countries with universal health care, and they're hesitant to even come to America. Why? They go, well, what if something happens to me when I'm there? I don't want to fucking go bankrupt and have them take all my money because I need, some medical procedure or something. So people actually, before they come to the country, they some of them buy private insurance. What are we doing, man? We've covered stories of somebody who had complications in their birth. They came on vacation to America. They had complications in their birth. Next thing you know, they owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. So they deliver early. They were on vacation. They weren't expecting to deliver. They have to deliver. There's complications. Next thing you know, they owe hundreds of thousands of dollars, money they don't have. This is the United States of America when it comes to healthcare. The answer is so obvious. The only reason why we haven't done it yet is special interests. It's the private health insurance companies that are lobbying the government, giving politicians money and saying, don't change it. Even with the Obama administration, like, okay, Obamacare was a step in the right direction. It's by no means the cure-all. Why did they go with this weak, watered-down, center-right plan that used to be the Republicans' plan? Could it be because even the Democrats take money from private insurance companies? No, it could never be that. How dare you impugn the integrity of these Democrats who are just so great? No, they're also fucking sellouts, just to a slightly lesser degree than the Republicans. So this is the horrific system that we have. It's time to get rid of it and do the right thing. You know, Obama had said way back, hey, if I could start the system from scratch, I'd do a Medicare for all system. I'd do a single payer. Well, if only you had a position of power, maybe you could try to bring that about. You're the fucking president of the United States. Oh, he didn't have the votes. Not true. Go back and look at what Tom Harkin said. Tom Harkin said, actually, we had the votes. You just didn't push for it. Yeah, but Kyle, the Blue Dog Democrats wouldn't have voted for it. Do you have no idea how to play politics? You know what LBJ would have done? He would have called those Blue Dogs into his office and say, are you going to vote for this bill? No, Mr. President, I'm not going to vote for it. Great. Your political career is over. It's done. That's it. You're done. Your career is gone. What do you mean, Mr. President? Well, you're not going to vote for this legislation. What is it in front of you? Is it a D in front of your name? That's right. Okay, this is a Democratic bill. You're going to vote for this bill. What, are you going to want to go with the Republicans? Okay, well, guess what? This election, we're going to primary the fuck out of you, and I'm going to go campaign for the person who's running against you, and we're going to have the DNC pour a tremendous amount of money into their campaign. So if you don't vote for this bill, your career is over. I hope you like selling cars or doing something like that, because that's where you're going to be, bitch. And you know what happens? They buckle. So you have the votes for at least a public option, and you didn't get it. You know, you could have, period. So we got to move in that direction, because this system does not work, and it's massively corrupt. And anybody who knows the facts, they understand that, and they know that they're getting hosed, because they are.